Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hey, We're Talking. It's me, Scotty D. And Derek Tance here.
What's up, man?
I don't know. What is up?
We're still Bob.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
He's gone.
Yeah,
He's sick.
he's sick today.
No
Or
Bob.
on the one day that we record episodes.
I know. He's sick. And the saddest thing about it is...
Looks like you've been missing a lot of work lately.
I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
He's not missing work. That's the thing.
Yeah,
he went to work and shirked the responsibility of being on the show.
Okay.
Sad.
I get it. I don't know.
I'm
He's
sure.
got like, I think he's got like 2 years worth of sick time.
Oh, I'm sure.
Build up.
I'm sure he hardly ever takes sick days. Although I'm pretty sure when he had the explosive diarrhea, he did.
Yeah, but he's he feels responsibility.
He does. He's one of those guys.
He's a true leader.
He is.
He's a leader.
I'm not laughing. I don't know why that made me laugh. That's not funny.
Who wants coffee? Coffee? Anybody?
Why
Yes,
did that
go
make
to-
me laugh?
I don't know, but if you want good coffee, you need to go to numacoffee.com. That's PNEUMA coffee.com. And I'll do this little commercially bit while Scott is dying laughing.
I don't even know why I'm laughing. Okay.
I recently had a giveaway on my channel, and like one of the prizes was some Numa coffee. So I'm going to be ordering
that.
that.
Giveaway going on too, and he's giving away coffee on his personal channel. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think it might be done by now. But if you go to numacoffee.com, order his coffee. He's already got reasonable prices, but if you use the coupon code HWT, you can get 20% off. Already reasonable prices. So that's like
The already reasonable prices thing is the best part.
I'm making the coffee.
But it's so true. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. I mean, when it's already like yeah, it's pretty good. It's like it's really good coffee and it's a really good price. And then you get like this 20% off. That's like even sweeter.
It is.
So,
It's like simple sweetness. I don't know. Numa Coffee. There you go, HWT. All right.
do it.
So listen, we talked about this numerous times, but now it's all too real. Cheryl and I, we stopped at the end of season 6. So we just have like the little 6-episode section of Game of Thrones left.
Yeah.
And lots of stuff has happened. I sent you a message probably last weekend. By the way, this episode, especially right now, will be filled with spoilers. Filled. So if you have not watched Game of Thrones and you don't want to know what's going on, I'm going to start talking about spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Now, if you're still listening, too bad. Too bad. But Jon Snow, at the end of, I believe, the 5th season, one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at. I just finished season 5.
But
I've seen it before. So.
Gets stabbed numerous times by the people that he works with on the wall, the Watchers. What are they called? The Watchers on the wall or something like that?
The Night's Watch.
The Night's
Watch. Yeah. His coworkers rebelled.
They hate him because he's awesome, basically. No, they hate him because
They hate
he
us 'cause
allowed.
they hate us.
Yeah, exactly. They hate him because he allowed these people that they called the wildlings who live north of the wall to come south of the wall. And they feel like it's a betrayal because they've been battling these people for thousands of years.
Yeah. The real threat north of the wall are, of course, the zombies, the White Walkers.
The White Walkers. Yeah.
And so that's the real threat. But there's like these people, these guys, there's these tribes, these people, the wildlings.
Now they're free though. That's the difference up there. There's nobody ruling over them.
Yeah, they just kind of live. They have just a loose association of tribes and clans north of the wall. But like, it's going to be a bad winter, and the White Walkers are returning. The zombies are out. So Jon Snow's like, we need all the people. We need everybody united against these zombies. Otherwise, all humanity will die.
Yep.
And so he's like He's like a big picture guy.
He is.
He's like, I got the big picture. And all the people that he's working with at the Night's Watch, they're small picture people. They're just like, no, the wildlings are our enemies.
Yep.
And you don't let them pass the wall. And he's like, but we got these White Walkers. And they're like, no.
And he works out like a deal with them and says, hey, we need you. You need us. Let's work together.
We'll work together. And they'll put aside their differences. They'll say, like, we've been battling and killing each other for thousands of years. We need to forget that. We need to set that aside. Well,
just for the sake of humanity, though.
Yeah. But there's some people that are like, no, they killed my parents.
Yep.
Or they killed my family.
Yep.
And so they can't get past that. I'm like, move on.
.org.
Please.
Yeah, as soon as but when they started stabbing him and stuff, I was like, of course, your initial reaction when you don't know anything is, what the heck is going on? No, because on Game of Thrones, if you haven't experienced this, they will straight up kill somebody that you thought, no way are they ever going to kill this person. There's some startling deaths. Yeah. So when Jon Snow is stabbed to death, the main thing, though, is they just show him go down and you see the blood on the ground. And then that's the end of that season. So I thought to myself, that doesn't mean he's dead. There's a chance he's still alive. And then, of course...
you sent me a message. You're like, he can't be dead now.
No.
I certainly hope that the Red Witch resurrects him, which is exactly what happens the next episode. She resurrects him.
Which should show you, like, I mean, I'm hoping that some evil lady will make him come back to life, only because they had another situation. I don't even remember what season that was, but where a guy gets brought back to life by another one of these witch people, the light stuff. That's the one thing about Game of Thrones that's actually really weird too, is this guy, although it's really creative, he took religion in a very different way in some ways. They have like 7 gods or something like that, and there's like old gods and new gods, and
there's like 3 different religions that they're playing, and like none of them are like, there's no real parallels
it's
to
nothing close to Christianity
or Islam. They just have different religions.
Except do you feel like there was in the one? I'm sorry, the one thing where the guy takes over in the Lannisters, that was sort of like Christian-esque, like a Catholic kind of feel. The Sparrows, yes,
that's kind of like a cult.
But still, they were like picking on people for being sinners and stuff, and beating them up and everything.
Yeah, but it's all they have the religion. What he is taking from like the real world is like the ferocity, the religious fervor that people do have. Just the depth of how people are devoted to different religions.
Yeah,
and how it can affect like your daily life. So I thought it was great, even though there's no, one of the religions, there's like 7 gods. There's the mother, the father, the steward, the hunt. They have all there's 7 gods, and there's 7 heavens. There's 7 hells. That's how they curse. They're like, seven hells.
Yeah,
they're like 7 hells, Daenerys. Cersei, 7 hells, and then it'll be like 7 blessings to you, brother.
Yeah.
So it's funny because it's like this is how Christians in our world talk to each other, like 7 blessings, brother.
It's super creative, the world that this guy has created, just the depth of the things that he thought about. It is really interesting. I think Cheryl asked me the other night, because again, I'm not into like fantasy, or like I'm never really into like those really old like Renaissance age kind of stuff. I'm not into that stuff. And so she was like, it's really weird that you like this. Like, why do you like it? And I said, it's because the characters are so compelling. Even the ones that you don't like. Like, I really don't like Khaleesi or whatever her name. What's her real name?
Daenerys Targaryen?
Yeah. I don't really like her. she's kind of boring to me. Her story's a little bit boring, but I know how important a role she plays. I kind of started to think some things, and then I was given the when Ned Stark is talking to his sister and she whispers in his ear. Now I'm like, oh, okay. So my understanding is Jon Snow is a Targaryen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've gathered at this point is like, I'm like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, he's related to this boring Daenerys Targaryen. Boo.
Yeah. I don't know. I think her dragons are cool, and she has an interesting story. And I think in the book she's much younger than she's portrayed. You know,
she's super young in this, dude.
Yeah, but she's an adult. You know, obviously. But I don't know.
I think the thing that made her story much more compelling to me was that the imp. I always forget his name too. You're good with the names. What's his name?
Tyrion.
Yeah. Tyrion Lannister is one of my favorite characters in the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like Jaime Lannister now too because he changed.
Mm-hmm.
He became different. So
yeah.
But his sister, Cersei. God.
She's one of my favorites.
No.
She's one of my favorite characters.
Derek, no. Why? She's evil.
Yeah, she is. I mean, but that's why I like watching because she has a way of, you know, she has a way. I mean, maybe it's the actress, you know.
No,
Lena
she's
Headey.
a great actress.
She just has a way of, you know, even when I'm watching and I know she's just like super evil, she still has a way of kind of justifying why she is the way she is, and you still feel a smidge of sympathy. You still feel. I'm still like, well,
there's moments where I do go, man, this poor lady, but then I'm just like, she brings all this crap on herself. She's so evil. Speaking of the actual actress, don't know if this is completely true. I should have looked it up before we talked about it. But I heard that she resisted Harvey Weinstein and it set her career back 10 years.
Yeah, I read something like that.
And so I'm kind of like, well, good thing you did, because look at how famous you are now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let's jump on to the next topic. We could talk about this forever, but I want to hear, you said you watched some stuff on Netflix. I have something that we watched yesterday that I want to talk about, but I want to hear what you watched on Netflix that you wanted to share with us.
Okay, well, I watched 2 movies on Netflix last night.
Okay.
And speaking of Daenerys Targaryen, you know, Emilia Clarke is the actress's name. She was in this film.
Okay.
Solo. Star Wars. Yeah.
The
Han Solo story.
Okay. What'd you think?
I thought it was fun. It got a lot of hate. I mean, it got a lot of
it
negative
was not
reviews.
My favorite,
but it was fun.
It was okay.
It was a fun little action movie. I enjoyed it.
Okay. So what's the other one? What else did you watch?
A Netflix original, Polar.
Now, Bob has talked about watching this, but we don't know if he's watched it. Tell me about Polar.
Polar it also got a lot of hate.
Really?
But it is, when you're talking about like teams of international assassins, none of this crap's going to be believable. All right,
of course not.
When you have an organization that hires, you know, international assassins, it's going to be a little ridiculous and far-fetched. So check your suspension of disbelief. You're going to have to just throw that out.
Right.
Just enjoy the ride. But yeah, that's this guy, he's a Dutch actor, Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Wasn't he in Hannibal or something like that?
That's him. He's like he's in this, he works for this organization, and he's like an international assassin. And the company, the company or the organization that he works for, they force you to retire like at age 50.
Okay.
Because they don't want you to get sloppy.
Yeah.
And they have like a pension
Right.
You know, so you pay into it, and they'll
I remember
match
you
your
told us about this. Okay,
they'll
go
match they'll match your pension. So he's basically owed like $8 million upon retirement. And the guy who runs the company is looking to sell it, but he's in debt because all his assassins are retiring.
Yeah.
And he owes them money. And so he's hiring like this new batch of assassins to go out and kill the old ones so that he doesn't have to like
He doesn't have to pay their retirement.
I mean, it's ridiculous, but there's a lot of it's a lot of great action, and the villain is like that. It's Matt Lucas.
Who is Matt Lucas?
He's a British guy.
Uh-huh.
Did you see Bridesmaids?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Bridesmaids? All right,
Yeah.
so you know the girl, she has the two roommates, you know, the Rebel Wilson,
Yeah.
who are like the siblings.
Yeah.
It's that dude. It's the guy.
What?
The fat guy.
He's from a show called Little Britain.
Yes, I think so. He plays.
He's the bad guy?
He's the bad guy, and he's over the top, ridiculous. You know,
I'm just trying to picture him as a bad guy. That's funny.
It's so far fetched, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun action movie.
Does it kind of have like a John Wick vibe to it?
That's what they say. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean but I know that John Wick is more of a it's more serious.
Yeah.
You know, and I would agree with that, but like it's kind of just so far fetched. But Mads Mikkelsen plays his character, and he really is like awesome. He's like pretty great, you know. But it's just
I'm gonna have to watch that one. That sounds
it's a little ridiculous. But I saw that it was like negative reviews. I'm like, how could you hate this? This is so fun. It's so ridiculous. But
some people just have to hate on everything, Derek. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, you have to check your expectations.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just easily entertained. You know, I'm easily entertained. It's like I don't believe there's anything as bad bourbon. You know, I just think there's better bourbon. If something is labeled as bourbon,
that should be your like outlook on life. I don't believe there's such a thing as bad bourbon. I just believe there's better bourbon.
You know, so it's like there's movies out there that are, you know, there's going to be flaws in any movie. There's going to be flaws in any TV show. But if all you do is focus on those flaws, you're not going to enjoy the overall experience.
This would have been a perfect time for...
It's time for another Derek Tant's Hot Take.
Because this was really good. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
You're teaching life lessons here.
I know. So what was your thing?
So we bought it because I knew I was going to like it, and it was on sale because of the Oscars. We watched Bohemian Rhapsody last night. Dude, I mean, if you're even slightly a Queen fan, I mean, they're one of the greatest bands that's ever existed. And Freddie Mercury was just a tragic... I mean, first of all, you know, spoiler alert, Freddie Mercury dies of AIDS in 1991. But the guy that plays him, I forget his name also.
Rami Malek.
Yeah, there you go. Incredible. He won an Oscar, I believe, for that role, and it was great. He did a great job. I mean, the people that they picked to play in this movie, and Brian May and Roger, I forget his last name, dang it. He's the drummer of Queen. No. They were very involved in
Dalton?
No. Dang it, I can't remember. Anyway, they were very involved in the
Daltrey.
Yes. No, that's the guy from The Who.
Sorry.
Roger Daltrey.
I'll figure it out.
It doesn't matter. Anyway,
runs together.
They were very involved in the making of the movie, and it was so good, Derek. I mean, it was just a great movie. And if you're a Queen fan, you're going to love it. And if you're not a Queen fan, you're going to be exposed to just musical genius, really. I mean, these guys did stuff. It's so good. It was such a great movie. Very
Roger
moving.
Taylor.
What's his name? Roger Taylor?
Yeah.
And the one of the people that's in the movie that plays the bass player, and I don't remember his name, Danny or something like that, or Brian? Well, no.
John Deacon is the bass
yeah, Deacon. Deeks. John Deacon, the guy who plays John Deacon. If you remember a movie called Radio Flyer, there was a red-headed kid in it. He plays John Deacon, and you will be amazed. I was like, oh my gosh, is that the kid from Radio Flyer? Do you ever seen Radio Flyer?
I haven't seen Radio Flyer.
That's an old movie, and it's amazing. This kid is all grown up now, and he plays the bass player. And it was just, dude, it's just a great movie. It's very emotional, obviously, because of what happened with Freddie Mercury, and it's inspiring, and again, the music, just incredible. These guys just did a great job. Amazing. So I highly recommend it.
Yeah, we all want to see it. We do.
Yeah, it's great. So, listen, have a great weekend. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Hopefully Bob will be back in the saddle again next week. We're getting close to St. Patrick's Day, aren't we?
Yep.
Maybe a week or two away. And I don't know, what are we going to do? I wonder if we're going to do something for St. Patrick's Day. I'll have to figure that out. Until then, we love you. We appreciate you. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.